Students, welcome to you all in my YouTube channel Learn Physics with a Clear Concept. Hope you are all right. Today we will describe the projectile and projectile motion. Projectile and projectile motion. So today's discussion point is projectile and projectile motion. First of all, we have to know what is a projectile. What is a projectile? If a body is projected in any direction over the earth's surface, and if the only acting force on the body is gravitational force, then this is called a projectile. Once again, if a body is projected in any direction over the earth's surface, and if the acting force of the body is only gravitational force, then it is called a projectile. Now projectile motion, we will know what is the projectile motion. The motion made by a projectile is called a projectile motion. Now before going to discuss of a projectile motion, we have to remember the following things. Number one, the maximum height to which it rises is very small in comparison with the radius of the earth, so that in all the places of the trajectory, the acceleration due to gravity g will be remain constant. Number two, after the projection of the particle, the acting force will only be the gravitational force on the body during the entire journey. Number three, the obstruction due to presence of air, will be negligible, that is, we will ignore the resistance. These three things we have to remember at the time of discussion of a projectile or a projectile motion. Now we will discuss about some important definition regarding projectile. First, point of projection. What is point of projection? The point from which the projectile ejects, that is called the point of projection. The point from which the body is projected is called the point of projection. Here O is the point of projection. Then angle of projection. What is the angle of projection? Here we can see the direction of the initial velocity u and the horizontal plane make some angle. So the angle between the direction of initial velocity and horizontal plane will be called as angle of projection. Here theta is the angle of projection. Now velocity of the projection. The initial velocity through which the projectile projects is called the velocity of projection. Here u is the velocity of projection. Now number 4, trajectory. What is trajectory? The curved line through which the projectile completes its journey is called trajectory. So the curved line here O A B, it is a curved line, so we can say O A B is the trajectory. Horizontal range, or simply we can say it range. What is horizontal range? The distance between the point of projection and the point of falling the body on the earth is called horizontal range, or simply we can say it range. Here OB is the horizontal range or range. Now number 6, maximum height. During the journey of a projectile, it comes to a highest point sometimes, and from the highest point, if we draw a perpendicular over the horizontal plane, that length will be the maximum height. Here A is the maximum point and if we draw a perpendicular AC, so AC is the maximum height. Now number 7, time of flight. What is time of flight? The time required from the from the point of projection to the falling of body to the earth's surface is called time of flight. So the time required to reach the body from the point of projection to the point of falling over the earth's surface is called the time of flight. Now we will see some mathematical formulas regarding various aspects of projectile. Now first we will come maximum height. During the journey, what maximum height it rises. Here we can see A is the maximum height and we can say it as capital H. So if we consider the vertical motion, if we apply this formula, V square is equal to E square minus 2gh. Here we can see the initial vertical velocity is equal to u sin theta and the final vertical velocity v is equal to 0. So if we apply this formula, v square is equal to u square minus 2gh, we will get v is equal to 0. So 0 square is equal to, what is u? U is equal to u sin theta square minus 2gh. So 2gh is equal to u square sin square theta. 2gh is equal to u square sin square theta. So h is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. So the maximum height of the projectile, maximum height arrived by the projectile is u square sin square theta by 2g. Now we will come to the time of flight t. Time of flight, that means point B, it is the time of flight. Here we will apply the formula V is equal to u minus gt. Here u is u sin theta. We have written here u is equal to u sin theta minus gt t1. One thing, suppose that projectile takes t1 time to reach the maximum point A, so we can take it t1. So here we have written t1 0, v is equal to 0 is equal to u sin theta minus gt1. Then what is gt1? gt1 is equal to u sin theta. So t1 is equal to u sin theta by g. t1 is equal to u sin theta by g. So the time taken from the point O to reach the point A is equal to u sin theta by g. So from point A to B, the same time it will take to reach. That means if the time from O to A is t1, then the time will taken by the projectile also t1 from A to B. So if we consider the time from O to A and A to B, then it will be t1 plus t1. If we call it t is equal to t1 plus t1 is equal to 2t1 is equal to, what is t1? U sin theta by g into 2. So 2u sin theta by g. Now horizontal range or range. Now we have to calculate the horizontal range or range of a projectile. Now what is the horizontal velocity? Here we can say it is the horizontal velocity, it is the velocity u. We have divided this u velocity into two components, one through the surface u cos theta and one is vertical, that is u sin theta. So what is the horizontal velocity? Horizontal velocity is equal to u cos theta. What is the time of flight? Just now we have got time of flight is equal to 2u sin theta by g. So what is the distance between OB? Distance between OB is equal to velocity into time, v into t, that is r. If we take it r is equal to v into t. What is r? R is equal to u cos theta into t is equal to 2u sin theta by g. just we have multiplied u cos theta by 2 u sin theta by g. So it has come to u square sin theta cos theta by g. Now u square into 2 sin theta cos theta. So formula of 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. We know. Then u square 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. So the horizontal range R has come u square sin 2 theta by g. Now if we want to know what will be the maximum horizontal range, from this equation we can see that it will be the maximum if 2 theta is equal to 1, because the value of sine, maximum value of the sine is equal to 1. So we can say R will be the maximum when sine 2 theta is equal to 1. That means 2 theta is equal to 90. So theta is equal to 45 degree. So we have got, if we project the body with 40 degree angle of projection, 40 degree angle of projection, then in that case the projectile will cover the maximum horizontal range. So if we want to if you want to send a body maximum horizontal range, so we will eject the body 45 degree angle with the normal, with the surface of the ground. Now if theta is equal to 45 degree, then what will be the maximum height? Maximum height we have calculated u square sin square theta by 2g. Just now we have discussed maximum height u square sin square theta by 2g. Now u square, what is sin square theta? Theta is equal to 45. So sin 45 is equal to 1 by root 2 square by 2g. So it will come u square by 4g. So if we project a body 45 degree angle with the horizontal plane, then the maximum height will attained by the projectile will be u square by 4g. Now time of flight. What is the time of flight? Just now we have calculated time of flight 2u sin theta by g. Just now we have seen 2u sin theta by g. So we will put sin theta in place of theta, we will place 45 degree. So 2u sin 45 means 1 by root 2 by g is equal to root 2 u by g. That is the time of flight. Now range. What is the range? We will see what is the time what is the distance covered by the projectile from O to B, that is the range. Now range we have calculated u square sin 2 theta by g. In place of theta we will write 45 degree. So u square sin 2 into 45 degree is equal to 90 degree by g. So what is sin 90? Sin 90 is equal to 1. So it will automatically come u square by g. So from here we have seen that if we project a body with a 45 degree angle with the earth's surface, then it will cover the maximum horizontal range, and in that case the maximum height will be attained by the projectile will be u square by 4g, and time of flight will be root 2 u by g, and the range will be u square by g. Now we will see what is the equation of a trajectory of a projectile. So equation of a trajectory of a projectile we will calculate. Here we can see the diagram. It is a projectile that initial velocity is u. We have divided into two parts, u cos theta through the horizontal plane, and vertical range is u sin theta. Then we can take from this point O to this point B, we can take this x. So what is the x? X is equal to initial velocity into time. What is the initial velocity? U cos theta into t, time of flight. So t is equal to x by u cos theta. So here we have calculated the value of t, means time of flight we have calculated here. Now what is y? We can apply the formula S is equal to ut minus half gt square. If we apply this formula, then y, what is S? Here we can take y is equal to S is equal to y into u. What is u? U means here u sin theta. U means u sin theta, that is the vertical component of the velocity, u sin theta into x, what is t, x by u cos theta. Just we have placed the value of t in this equation and we have placed y in place of s. So what has come? Y is equal to u sin theta x by u cos theta minus half into g. What is t? X by u cos theta, x by u cos theta whole square. So it has come u sin theta u cos theta into x minus half g 1 by u square cos square theta into x square. This form has come, u sin theta by u cos theta. This is a constant, u sin theta by u cos theta is a constant, and here also half g into 1 by u square cos square theta, it is also a constant, because initial velocity constant, theta constant, and here g constant and theta constant. So this is u sin theta by u cos theta is one constant, and half g into 1 by u square cos square theta, it is also one constant. So we can write this form of equation, y is equal to ax plus bx square. So what is a? U sin theta by u cos theta, we have written a. In place of u sin theta by u cos theta, we have written a plus. What is b? B is equal to minus half g 1 by u square cos square theta. So we have written in place of minus half into g u square cos square theta, we have written b. So we have arrived the equation y is equal to ax plus bx square, where x is a constant and x is a variable and a and b are the constant. So it is the equation of a parabola. It is the equation of a parabola. So we can say the trajectory is a parabola. In case of projectile motion, the trajectory is a parabola. Now we will see the kinetic energy of a projectile. What is kinetic energy of a projectile? This we can see. First we will calculate the kinetic energy at point O. E1, we can say it E1. E1 is the initial kinetic energy at point O. Initial kinetic energy at point O is equal to half mu square. We know that the kinetic energy of a moving particle is equal to half mv square. Here v is equal to u. So the initial kinetic energy at point O, E1, is equal to half mu square. Now we will go to point A, that means at the maximum height. Here E2, here kinetic energy at maximum height at point A. Here we can see there is no component of velocity, vertical component of velocity. Only one component is there, that is u cos theta, that is the horizontal component. At the point A, no vertical component of velocity is there, only the horizontal component of velocity u cos theta is there. So what will be the kinetic energy at point A? That will be half m. What is v? V is equal to u cos theta whole square is equal to half m u square cos square theta, just a square, just we have calculated half m u square cos square theta. So if we write E2 by E1, then it will come, what is E2? Just now we have calculated half m u square cos square theta by 2. Now what is E1? Half m u square, half m u square. Now if we see that m u square, we can cut that m u square, we can cut this 2 also. So what has come? E2 by E1 is equal to only cos square theta. E2 by E1 is equal to cos square theta. So E2 is equal to E1 cos square theta. E2 is equal to E1 cos square theta. If the angle of projection, that means theta is equal to 45 degree, that in that case what will be the E2? E2 is equal to E1 into What is cos theta? Cos square theta, cos 45 whole square is equal to E2 is equal to E1 by 2. So from this relation we can say that the kinetic energy at the maximum point will be the half of the kinetic energy at the point of projection. Once again, kinetic energy at the maximum point of the trajectory, maximum point of the trajectory is half of the kinetic energy of from the at the point of projection. Now we will discuss about horizontal projectile. What is horizontal projectile? We will see what will be the horizontal projectile. Here we can say we have drawn one picture from where we can see the horizontal projectile. What is horizontal projectile? If a body is thrown parallelly with the ground surface from a height, then this is called horizontal projectile. So if a body is projected parallelly with the horizontal plane from a height, from a certain height, then it will called as a horizontal projectile. So for horizontal projectile we will consider the vertical downward motion. So means from A towards downward motion, A to B, we will calculate the from A to B. Here we have seen that H is equal to ut plus half gt square. We know this formula, H is equal to ut plus half gt square. Therefore H is equal to what is u? U is here is equal to 0. Here u is equal to 0. 0 means vertical component. It is the it is not the vertical component. The vertical component is there. So here vertical component of u is equal to 0. So H will come half is equal to gt square. So gt square is equal to 2h. So t square is equal to 2h by g. So t is equal to root over of 2h by g. So the time will take from point A to point B. At the in case of horizontal projectile, it will be root over of 2h by g. For horizontal motion, if we consider the horizontal motion, first we have considered the vertical motion. Now we will consider the horizontal motion. Horizontal motion, if we consider the horizontal motion, OB, if we calculate OB, what is OB? OB means velocity into time. OB is equal to r. What is r? Velocity u. We have seen here velocity is u. Velocity u into t, time. T here we have calculated root over of 2h by g, 2h by g. So we have we come to the point u into what is t? T is equal to root over of 2h by g. So if we take u inside the square root, then it will come to u square h by g. So this is the equation of the distance between O and B. That is the horizontal range. That is the horizontal range from O to B. So thank you to everybody for listening my class. Okay, I wish you best of luck. Thank you once again.